imagine that you're here in New York City and you're in Times Square and you're butt-ass naked. Just butt naked. Or say you're in the subway, naked. I know a lot of people would be like, that is a nightmare, but the premise for photographer Hyman's exhibition, Decent Exposures, is all about nudity. Nakedness up in public places. Okay, so how'd you come up with this idea to do this?
Well, it kind of started at the Metropolitan Museum. I was walking around looking at like those classic nude paintings and the sculptures, and there's all sorts of nudity in the Met.
Oh, it's hanging out.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
it's hanging out. Exactly. So I thought like it would be really funny or maybe just interesting to see someone hanging out at the Met that wasn't a statue, someone that was real, but even more interesting than that, like I went to museums with my parents as a kid, and the photography was always like, oh, anybody can do that. So I mean, one of the biggest things about this is I kind of wanted to like push the limits, you know.
So okay, hold on that picture. Go back to that Times Square picture. So those are naked people in the middle of Times Square. I see a child and their parents in the foreground.
Yeah.
How do you do this without getting arrested?
It's a kind of a heist situation. You have to, which is fun. It's another reason I'm doing it, because it's exciting for the models and exciting for me. But
it's like the public sex we were talking about when Andrew Trees was saying, like, public sex makes you go, ooh, I'm gonna get in trouble. So that's what it is for you.
It's about that, but it's about studying the form as well. But in order to do that, you know, to position people in different places, like especially in Times Square, you have to be out of view of the cops. So he's standing, you know, there's a group of people right here looking at a demonstration, and then there's a group of people over here looking at another thing, and then I had a friend who was standing in the eye line of another cop, and there's actually, in that shot, there's a police truck right in the background.
Right there.
Yeah.
Okay, what is this subway one? Because this one is like cut out. That is crazy. That's a real, like you're on a real subway, those are real people in that picture?
That's the L train from Bedford to First Avenue, so we had about 2 minutes. That was the longest time. All the other shots, they're about 15 to 30 seconds.
So Jocelyn, that's you in the picture.
Yeah, that's me.
In the subway. What did it feel like being butt naked in the subway, all like open like that?
Powerful, actually.
Powerful?
Powerful, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Were people staring? I mean, people actually kind of calm, which is so New York City. You know? This is another town, people would be like, oh my God, this is disgusting. In New York, they're like, oh, whatever, some crazy people.
It's funny because actually that happened, the disgusting.
Oh, somebody said something.
Yeah, there was a woman in back of me freaking out, just saying all sorts of things, and the guy next to me was shaking. I thought he was going to have a heart attack.
Well, he was shaking for a different reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, Alex, you were naked in Chinatown.
Yeah.
In New York City here. Okay. And what was that like? Bright light of day?
Yeah, it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we
jumping for joy.
Yeah, I got on my spot, and Zach was like, okay, go. And I was still in my dress, and I like bounced back and forth for a minute because I was really nervous. But then once I took my dress off, we threw it to a guy at a doorway. But then as soon as my dress was off, I was like in the zone. Like I couldn't even see the people. I was just posing because we worked out the poses we were gonna hit.
And then just ran into a car or something?
No, the guy tossed my dress back and we walked away.
Oh gosh, what's your next place that you want to shoot people?
Well, I have a big shot coming up, and it'll be on display on the 3rd at Chair in the Maiden Gallery. But I can't really talk about it, but it's something I've been wanting to do for a very, very long time.
You can't talk about it because then the cops will be there waiting for you.
Exactly, but also you gotta come see it.
All right, we'll be right back.